I'll go. Thank you. Dorothy Rothrock with the California Manufacturers and Technology Association. Thank you very much for hosting this hearing. As stated earlier, the California manufacturers did approve of the idea of a cap-and-trade program as part of AB 32 options because it is potentially the lowest cost way to get emission reductions in AB 32. However, CARB's decision to use an auction to withhold allowances that are needed for companies to operate rather than distribute them freely actually increases the cost of the cap and trade in a way that's not necessary to achieve emission reductions and simply acts like a tax on the businesses that are being required to pay. Where this money is coming from, for the most part, is from CARB's leakage categories that decline over time. So companies are going to have up to 25 to even 50% of the allowances they need to operate withheld. There is no cost-effective or technologically feasible way for those companies to reduce emissions in order to avoid that cost. Even CARB will admit that. So this acts like a tax on those companies. That's why leakage is such a huge problem if that burden cannot be met. When every advisory committee that CARB had that you heard about did a lot of work on a lot of these issues, but none of them looked at the combination of that significant withholding and the leakage as a result. During the time of those advisory committees, there was an assumption that there would be a broad regional, at least west-wide program that would minimize leakage, and those advisory committees did not conclude that it was legal for the auction to occur. They raised the issue and they said, well, it's not up to us to decide, that needs to be decided, but they didn't find that it was legal for the auction to occur. Others will probably speak more. Just lastly, because there's others behind me, even though I want to go for hours.
Actually, you're at your 2-minute point, so I'm going to let you wrap up.
Yes.
And also, let me just say that I understand the challenge of discussing this issue in a 2-minute public comment.
Right.
I certainly would appreciate anything in writing from folks. We're happy to receive that, and we will use that and review it as we further consider this issue. So let me give you an opportunity to finish up.
Yes. We've asked CARB twice in the last couple of months to host a workshop to deal directly with these issues. They have not yet. We'd hope that we'd have more information for you today. We think there's a lot of work to be done, and it's going to take more than a year to really understand the implications of this. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.